But we join the show by barking now. That's our new introduction.
I've still got a mouthful of food. Trying to eat my dinner before the show starts. Oh, my sword.
This is a man who has no time to do anything at any time. So the only way to do it is multitask.
I literally had to finish editing. I've been in a 7-hour meeting before this. Got home, had to quickly edit the All Africa Chart Show, which was meant to be out at 6 o'clock, and now I'm trying to get out by 7 o'clock, which is now, and I'm still exporting the show. On top of that, trying to eat my dinner, get ready for our show. I'm just,
This is a man who's
Happy Monday.
very, very, very busy being creative.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday to you too.
What a great band. Just talking of Happy Monday.
Happy Mondays.
What a great band.
Didn't Paul Ryder, did he not die recently?
Yes,
he did.
Yeah,
it was recently. Yeah, that's a shame. Sad days.
He did. Sad days. How are you, Martin?
All right.
I see you last week. I can't even remember what last week was.
No, it was all busy. You were out on a shoot last week, and I think that was overrunning. I've had some family medical issues. My mum's not been very well, so I went to do that. So because we were just about ready to do it, but because we were basically, both of us were not where we normally are, and it was all a bit random and all a bit squeezed, so we decided to stop and not go ahead last week. But it was all a bit last minute. So a big thank you to the artists who were scheduled for last week, who very kindly went, let's do it next week.
It's okay, we'll do it next week. Well, thank you, everybody.
Anything else happened in the news this week? Have I missed anything?
The Queen died, Martin.
Oh, what? What?
R.I.P. Her Majesty. It's quite an interesting debate watching the social medias dealing with the death of a queen from far and wide in different countries and different ways people have reacted. It is rather interesting to see how the whole thing has been handled. So yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, and as you get a little bit of distance from the event as well, the kind of the various people who wish to be more opinionated are feeling a bit more confident about being more opinionated, and in whatever fashion they feel like being more opinionated. Now a few days have passed, it's like, okay, now they're up, now they're coming out of hiding.
By the way, did England crush South Africa in the cricket?
I don't know about crushing. I think they were due to win, but last I saw they were about to win.
Yeah, that's not my day, and I normally follow avidly. Yeah. Oh, 1 by 9 wickets. Ouch. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a thumping hiding.
Yeah, it was all a bit disrupted. That was all a bit disrupted as well, though. So
yeah,
there we go.
But you kind of expected it. England were just in this massive wave of queenism into kingism.
Probably.
So it kind of was inevitable. But anyway,
none of our sporting heroes have had a particularly awesome couple of weeks, though, have they? Shall we not discuss any of that?
Let's leave all the sport beside.
We'll come back when it's much more positive.
Yes, 100%.
Having spoken about the recent news, though, I may as well mention now, because I was going to say to you on air, I think probably next week we won't do a show because it's going to be the royal funeral.
Yeah, the royal funeral.
Week. So
probably a good idea not to. But just talking of events, royal events, because I really thought it was a hell of an incredible event, was Taylor Hawkins' tribute concert at Wembley. How is his kid as a drummer? Hello.
Amazing. That's definitely you can. Oh, it is genetic then.
Yeah, definitely is genetic. He can just replace his dad in the band, and the Foo Fighters will be fine. They could carry on playing. Only problem is it's child labour.
Yeah, I was going to say they could get Nandi to do it, but then you really are getting into child labour.
Did you know she's South African?
I did not know.
Neither did I. I was informed over the weekend.
She lives in the UK, right?
Yeah, but she's South African
heritage. Oh wow. I did not know that.
I did not know that. And my dog is shouting at me at the window because he wants food. No, McQueen. Yes. The Queen's like, I know you have got chops in there, and I want them. Can't have them, young man. Okay, while we're doing this,
Dave Grohl's daughter was on stage as well. Was she not performing with them as well?
Yes. How was her voice?
Yeah, amazing. All a bit of a family affair. which is fantastic.
All of a family affair. Great show. Really thoroughly enjoyed that concert. We had
you
an
think of
incredible
the
weekend.
emotion that must have run that as well. It's quite, that, all of that, the whole thing. To be able to perform, to bring everyone together, to control the emotion of it.
Yeah, and the guests that they had on it.
Hell of a
I mean,
thing.
hello. How insane was that? It was absolutely ridiculous. And then this weekend we had Sunil Musician live at the Lyric Theatre with a 14-piece orchestra and special guests. What a phenomenal event that was for me last Friday. Literally mind-blowing and breathtaking, and just an incredible event to have witnessed. We also had Mix Fest this weekend in Johannesburg, which was part of Mix FM's big festival at the end of the year, which unfortunately I didn't make. But some of our favorite bands, including one of our favorite artist, Ross, performed with his brand new band, Fear of Falling, as well as many other great bands that performed at it. It's been a busy week getting into our
You've
summer.
already had a chance to see Ross and Fear of Falling performing live then? Oh, no, you didn't.
No, I
haven't
haven't yet.
So you didn't make it.
No, I didn't make it. Did you hear the cover that they've released of Closer by Kings of Leon?
I remember them talking. I haven't heard it. I know that's what they were talking about. That was going to be the next single when we had them on.
Very,
when did we
very
have them
nice.
on? 3 weeks ago, was it? We had them on?
I think we need to get Ross on to chat about that. Yeah, so phenomenal. Great track. So lots starting to happen in the world of live concerts and festivals in South Africa right now.
You're sort of easing into summer now, aren't you, really?
Oh, yes. It was 30 degrees this weekend. I've been swimming already.
Oh, man. Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm happiness now. As you can see, I'm in a T-shirt. No jackets. And
I can see, yeah.
I've actually got a fan on.
This weekend is the first time it started going a bit sort of, it's a bit chilly.
Oh, a little bit chilly there. Oh, no, it's beautiful here. Absolutely loving it. So excited to be in summer. Very exciting. So good stuff. I can't wait. We've got lots of festivals planned for South Africa coming up. We've got Burna Boy featuring at the Delicious Music Festival coming up at the end of September.
Cool.
There's some great music festivals. And I wonder if I can announce it. There's a festival coming up. There's an event coming up where we're going to be having our very first Discovrtv stage at.
Awesome.
Can't announce when it's going to be, who's going to be on it, but we are planning on inviting some of our friends, some of the bands that come to these shows with us, and some of the artists that we also work with all the time, to come and perform on the Discovrtv stage at this renowned event. I'm hoping to announce.
Definitely needs one of those.
Yes. We'll probably be announcing it sometime this week. So just watch our socials. And remember, please, if you're watching this on YouTube, click the subscribe button below. Click the notifications bell so that you can be notified every time we go live. And
Looks like it was planned.
You see. So in sync. Yeah, baby. And just become part of the Discovrtv world. So we also shot two music videos last week. We've got a young artist that we are representing coming out at the end of this month called Zimkita. Another track that's actually out. We might play out with it tonight. But the music video is currently being shot, which we'll tell you more about a bit later. So lots happening in the world of Discovrtv South Africa. We're busy. Busy bees.
I was doing a live show sound on Friday, an event. We had, like I said, same thing. Four new bands. Fantastic. Two soloists, two bands. Both bands playing their first ever gigs, and I would not have known that. So they got a fantastic
that's brilliant.
Reception, considering it was their first ever show. One of the bands, I thought this was smart. We don't have a stage in the venue where we're playing, so they're kind of same level as the audience. So they've got their set list in front of them on the floor, so they can obviously see what numbers they want to play. The band name,
my lyrics.
The band name at the top of the set list, but they'd flipped it backwards so it was facing the audience. I thought that's such a simple and yet brilliant idea. Because then the audience are seeing their name facing them, so they know who they are. That's
very clever.
Not hard, but smart. I like that.
Very clever. Very, very clever. I just need to tell Sabby for the All Africa chart show that I'm just uploading the show.
Good. I did have to tell them off, though, because there was this band Ascari. They've got a great new song out called Unspoken. You can find it, Ascari. I was a bit annoyed with them because they were supposed to tell me when they released it, because I said, we'll get you on New Music Mondays, and they forgot to tell me that they'd released it.
What's the point of that?
So I'll have to get them on soon. Their EP is coming out in a few weeks' time, I think, so we'll maybe get them on when that comes out.
Okay, brilliant. I'm just finishing uploading the All Africa chart show, so I do apologize. For
Great.
being a bit
I don't even know if we've said
late.
hello properly today. Have we said hello properly today? Hello.
Hello,
This is
Martin.
New Music
Hello,
Mondays
world.
on Discovrtv. Hi, everyone. We just got into chat.
We just started
Hello.
chatting. That's what we do. That's what we do.
That's what we're here for.
Episode 10, and my dog is still barking at me. The queen is still barking.
Yeah. I've been looking. Say one of the things I've had to do over the last week or so is look after a dog, which is not something I typically do. So I've been out walking dogs every day. That's a thing, isn't it? To do that every day. People get up and go out for a walk every day, more than once sometimes. What a thing!
Okay, let's get a guest on because I'm digressing because I'm getting sidetracked by.
Oh, that was almost could have been a brilliant segue. Talking of dogs.
Oh, no. Martin, well done. I was very slow on that. Let's do this. Hang on, here we go.
Sometimes I hate myself.
How good was that by Martin? Hello.
Very good.
Done way too much local radio, me. Way too much.
I didn't even get it until afterwards. God, I'm terrible. I'm terrible now.
Evening, chaps.
Hello, how are you?
Gents, how are you? Andy Dog, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. Thanks for having us back.
Always
Good
a pleasure.
to see you back. You guys also have been out on the road performing a lot. Tell us what's been happening since. What was the track called? You see, that's how long it's been. Can't even remember the track name.
Fly High. Fly High was last year, May, I think. Yes,
A year ago.
It's been a hot minute. We've since done a couple tours around South Africa. We've been on TV. Hi, Mom.
Wow.
We managed to get some radio play in the US and Canada and England and
Brilliant.
stuff. So we've done some cool stuff, and we've also been in studio for the past little while, working on our debut studio album,
Nice.
which this song that we're going to talk about tonight is the first single off of that album. So yeah.
So tell us about it. Let's get into that. Tell us about the new single.
Pretty Fool. Pretty Fool it's a kind of a bouncy, happy. It's one of our happier songs. It's like, I guess the message is kind of, stay positive and keep working at the things that you're working at, and you'll get somewhere, kind of a thing. Yeah.
Got you. Cool. And I got to talk. I mean, we should probably watch the video first. But how the heck did you do those underwater scenes?
It's actually quite funny because we had that idea. We've had it for quite a while to do that kind of a shot, and we very cleverly waited until winter to do it.
Wow, that's clever. In Johannesburg in winter, are you mad?
Yeah, I can confidently say yes, we are mad.
Yeah.
And we got into that pool and it was about 3 degrees. But we'd already put our instruments in the water, so we were like, okay, well, we've got to do it now.
Gotta do it now.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
I had a lot of kind words for my bandmates after that one. I wasn't impressed with the temperature.
What was the water temperature, if I can ask?
And, I don't know. It was this cold.
It took us about half an hour to get him in the pool.
If it was 3 degrees outside the water, I can't imagine it was very warm in it. Let's put it that way.
No, the water itself was about 3 degrees, and the wind was blowing outside. So yeah, the trick was to stay under the water until your body went numb, and then we did the shoot.
It sounds like a sort of Wim Hof approach to music video making. Just do that. If you want to be a successful band, every morning, deep froze bath. That's what you need to do. And if you want to make a video out of it, great. But no, that's not the point. Just get in the water.
Yeah, we'll change our band name. Go Rogan Band.
Amazing. And this is, did you say this is first release from the upcoming album?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've got this single and 2 more coming out before the actual album drops in November. And yeah, so this is the first of 3 singles to prelude the album.
Fantastic.
Well, should we take a look at this ice cold video?
Yeah, if you watch the video, it looks like
See how
a
cold it gets.
summer's day.
Do any of you turn blue? Is the question.
Yeah,
I do.
Let's check it out. See if you can spot who turns blue. This is Pretty Cool by Indie Dog on New Music Mondays here on Discover TV.
Nice to meet you. I heard you were a fool. Now I see you face to face. I know that it was true. And yeah, you hold me. An explanation, tell me why it took so goddamn long for you finally arrive at my door. I was sure we met before, but I was wrong. This is not what I thought. Nice to see you. I heard you're pretty cool. Now I see your pretty face. I know that it was you. And now you hold me. An explanation, tell me why it took so goddamn long for you finally arrive at my door. I was sure we'd met before, but I was wrong. This is not what I thought. At my door, I was sure we'd met before, but I was wrong. This is not what I thought it
Indie Dog.
Magnificent.
I can just imagine how cold that was. Was the cameraman in the water as well?
sorry.
Was the cameraman in the water as well?
It was luckily a stationary camera, so we had we
Surprised the camera just didn't freeze.
only who needed to be sacrificed and no one else.
Ouch.
When people talk about the budgets for videos and so, you know, we need a bit of money to make a video. We've got to think about the lighting, the camera, the editing, all that. But I don't know how often you have to sort of incorporate the cost of wrecking your instruments by submerging them in water. Presumably, they were not your normal stage gear.
No, it's not. In fact, we've got
The bases, yeah. There's a few people have been very unimpressed with me after what I did.
I don't know if you can see it, but this bass is basically cracking in half
Oh man.
From the cold.
from the water.
Yeah, yeah, the woods, yeah.
I mean, combination of both, I'm sure, Julian.
Yeah, no, cold and water.
Cold and water, probably not. No, it's not on the instruction manual, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Wow.
for best results, fully submerged in water at 3 degrees.
Yeah.
There we go.
Something like that.
Probably not.
So, guys, what else is
Or
happening?
it might be on the troubleshooting guide at the back. Said if you're having trouble with this bass, maybe take it out of the 3 degrees frozen.
Probably gonna play better now than it did before, so it should be fine.
Hilarious.
What's
It's
happening
great,
now?
great sounding track. It's got a bit
what's
of got sort of vampire weekend two-door cinema club type vibe as far as I'm concerned. Nice sound.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite a dancey kind of bouncy track. We our singles are ranging from that to the more like rocky kind of stuff because the album is fairly eclectic, as we are as a band. We if you remember Fly High, it's quite a bit heavier than what this was. So we've basically got that whole spectrum within the album and more really. So we've got another single coming out at the end of this month, and with the music video, and another in October, and then November the album itself drops, and
Awesome.
everybody can listen to that when it comes out.
Fantastic.
One thing's for sure is that there's definitely a very distinctive indie dog sound, which I'm really glad about because it just kind of it puts you as indie dog. For me, it's the moment I hear your vocal, I know straight away who the band is, and I love that because it really does give you a very distinct sound as a band, and hopefully that'll just do wonders for you guys going into the future as well.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
you.
What's up for the rest of the year besides the singles, touring, gigs? What's happening?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to be shooting music videos and stuff, so we've been keeping our shows to a minimum. But we did just play Bailey's with Fear of Falling and Shadow Club, and
Yes,
that
how was that?
Oh, it was packed. It was great. Really nice vibe, and people were really enjoying the scene. So yeah, it's good. It's good to have kind of the old music scene back. After all of this stuff, to have a room so packed with people that are just there enjoying the music. It was great. Yeah.
Gotta love it. Guys, please remind people how they can find out more information about you.
You want to do that?
So it's at Indie Dog Band on all the social media platforms, so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and then website is
indiedogband.com. Yeah.
Brilliant. And when the album's out, please come into a Tales game with us. It'd be great to have you guys back in studio.
Yeah. We will. We'll definitely come by. Yeah.
Awesome.
Come back
Thanks,
on
guys.
here as well. Whenever you got
Yeah,
videos
come back
out,
on here when the
come and
album's
have a
the
chat.
next single's out. Just bring it. Let's do it.
Great stuff. We will do.
Awesome,
guys.
guys.
Cool.
Thanks so
Thank
much
you.
for joining us. Catch you soon.
Cheers, guys. Cool.
Cheers, bye.
Cheers.
Indie Dog. Love it.
Indie Dog.
Very, very unique original sound, which is what I really like.
It's
about that
it's
band.
such a neat, good name for a band. You kind of think, I can't believe no one did that before.
True.
It was like sort of course it'd be called Indie Dog.
It is a great name.
Brilliant.
It is a great name.
I do like Fairly Eclectic as an album title as well. I think I might nick that for a project. Our album's Fairly Eclectic. That's just that's
That's
just
the name
what
of
you
the
say in
album.
interviews,
Fairly
yeah.
Eclectic.
Is it really? No, that's the name of the album. Right. Okay.
Well, it's like there's a band that we got the music video coming out shortly as well that we shot for. The EP is called Death of the Genre,
Oh, yeah.
which I love because you try and identify the genre of music this band plays. I wish you luck.
I like the
I just love the
introduction as
title.
well. This is the death of the genre.
Yeah.
On Discovrtv.
Yeah. Should we get on to our next guest? Because we've got them all lined up in the background.
They're all waiting. They're queuing up
All
back
waiting. Let's do this.
Oh, blimey. Suddenly I was a large head. Hello.
Hello.
Good
Hey,
evening. Luke.
look.
How's it
James
going?
Williams. Hello. Welcome back to New Music Mondays.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much for responding and allowing us to delay for a week because we had all sorts
Thanks.
of logistical
no
issues
worries,
last
man.
week.
It's
So,
a nightmare.
so
No
thanks for
worries.
that. Because that made it feel even longer than it had been since we spoke to you last, which was some time ago. It must be about a year ago, isn't it? Since we had
It was
you on,
one of my
even
favourite songs of the
longer.
year last year.
Oh, thank you.
Was the last time you were on?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. I lose track of the time, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was trying to think when I last saw you. I think I saw you at Club 85 in Hitchin, which
That was
again
right.
must be about a year ago, I think.
That was a year ago. That was for Kara's EP
That's
launch, right? For to end of
Kara's
August
EP launch.
last year.
Yeah. At which point you handed me that
No,
Hey.
you. Oh, no,
It's
not
right-
fair. I don't have
right-
one of those.
right in front of me.
Send us your address, Julian. I'll get one in the post.
Can I just quickly, before we get into the show now and chatting about the album, etc., please can I just play a snippet of why I am so in love with this artist? Sorry, Luke, I don't mean that in a kind of sexual way or anything like that, but
I
I
don't
just
mind.
have to
Although
play a
obviously
snippet.
that would be
Ladies and
fun.
gentlemen, just please listen to a snippet of this, because this for me was one of my favorite songs of 2021. I think that it was right, last year. And you just have to understand how good this young man is and how talented he is. This is Blood Jump.
Pregnant pause. Press play.
Hang on, why is it not playing here? It's doing weird things to me. Hang on, I'm going to do this.
I mean, it was a
It's
great
playing on
intro.
my side. It's not playing on your side.
You just saw black.
I'm having a
screen
wonderful
going
time.
on.
I'm like going, oh, what a great song. Hang on, let me try this again one more time. Sorry about that, Luke. I do
It
apologize.
was
Here we go.
such a good introduction as well.
I know, and it's like, after all of that, let me do this one more time. Here we go. Blood Jump.
You'll never know. You'll never know the things you do to me. The way the earth bends under my feet. It's hard to explain. Hard to explain the way you make me feel. It's like life becomes realer than real. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. I start to taste colors and I start to see sound. You make my blood jump around. You take me to. You take me
that is
to
just a
places
little bit of a
I've
taste.
never been.
We've got more to talk about. What a song.
Seen. And when we sail,
We get one. I want one more chorus.
yeah, when we sail to these different planes, well, your love's the drug coursing through my veins. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. I start to taste colors and I start to see sound. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. I start to
There you go.
taste
Just a little bit of a taste
colours, and
of
I
one of our
start
top
to
5
see
tracks of
sound.
last year,
You
if
make
I'm
my
not
blood
mistaken.
jump
Wasn't it, Martin? Yes, it was.
So, absolutely.
Luke James Williams with Blood Jump. What a track, Luke. Thank you so much for giving us that incredible song.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's still on my playlist. I actually
Cool.
dragged it on my Tidal playlist. I dragged it from 2021 into my 2022 playlist because I still listen to it.
Cool. Thank you.
Eh?
And it is. I mean, let's get into this. It is track 2 on your recently released album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our Blood is Red.
Which is a
And
really
that's kind
favourite
of
of
why we
mine.
wanted you on, because last time I spoke to you, it was like, yeah, the album's coming. It's definitely coming. It's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
coming. So you know, from both Julian and I, from both our point of view, and Julian certainly was going, what's happening with Luke? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure it's on the way. I'm sure it's on the way.
Yeah.
It's out now. It's been out for what, about a month now, I think.
Yeah, just over. Yeah.
Yeah. So, give us a bit of Jen. Our Blood is Red. Fantastic.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, obviously, as you've touched on, it was a long time coming, basically, because we actually started recording it at the end of, it's about autumn 2019.
Yeah.
And then, of course, sort of a couple of months into the album sessions, then you know what happened, and then so like literally over the following 18 months, we could only get into the studio for like in very short bursts. So yeah, it was kind of weird because every time you felt like there was a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, I was like, oh, we're really going to finish the album now. And like, so we'd go in and do a few more sessions and we wouldn't quite get there. And then all of a sudden everything would close down again. and it kind of felt a bit like I thought I was like, you know, that Guns N' Roses album that took like 10 years.
Was that
Yes.
Chinese?
And
Chinese
everyone was like,
democracy.
yeah, it's like, well, is it going to happen? So I kind of felt like I'd created my own kind of like Fenland, Cambridgeshire version of the Chinese democracy. And I just kind of thought maybe it'd just be funny just to never put an album out and just keep telling people that there's one coming.
Talking about an album coming soon. You wouldn't be the first.
No, but thankfully we did. Thankfully we did finally finish it, and but then of course, you know, I'm one of these people. I'm not. I'd like to think that I've got some skills and some attributes, but planning things is not my forte. And so, like, obviously, I plowed kind of all of my efforts and time and everything into recording the album and making it sound as good as I could. And then all of a sudden, it was like, well, now I need a plan to actually like release the thing and artwork and everything like that. So obviously that takes time. But anyway, it's finally out now. I released it sort of towards the end of July, and I've been really blown away by the response. You know, obviously it was a long time coming, and it's kind of weird because the album in some ways feels kind of not old, but it feels like those songs, you know, only a couple of them were written sort of within a year of the album sessions kind of thing. So the songs are sort of, some of the songs are a few years old now, and so releasing something that you've been really close to for a long time is kind of this weird thing because it feels kind of old to you, but at the same time you're playing it to people.
It's quite hard, isn't it? Because like you said, you can sometimes you feel like you've already moved on from it by the time it's out, and that's
in a way
hard to,
but what's really nice actually is almost like when you start playing it to other people, it's like you're experiencing it again for the first time because they're reacting to it fresh. You know, because they're reacting to a complete body of work which has just been released. And so it's really nice talking to people about it and hearing their comments and things like that because it's like, oh yeah, it is a new thing.
I was listening. I've been traveling upwards and downwards on the M1 over the last sort of week or so. M1, M5 for a little bit, and your album's been on my playlist as well. I do like this idea. I feel it's something I rediscovered. No, I don't think it never really went away, but I've certainly very much rediscovered it over the last 2 or 3 years. It's just that body of work thing, the album as a concept, the album as a group of songs, and it's fantastic. I was thinking whether, as I was listening to it, I was thinking, is there often albums have a theme that sort of inform them, and I was thinking this feels. It feels a bit personal, a bit emotional, but a bit political as well. There's a bit of sort of state of the world thing in there. Did you have a sort of theme in mind when you were writing or recording this?
No, it was more. I didn't feel that there was necessarily a theme which tied it all together, but it definitely, that collection of songs I felt created a kind of journey. And like you say, it kind of touches on there's kind of a few different things. I wouldn't say, I don't know if I could necessarily pin the one thing that runs through the whole thing, through the whole album in terms of like a central theme, but definitely it was that collection of songs. Like, it was quite clear to me. I mean, I think I demoed like in the region of like 20 songs, and then those 11 and it's like 10 songs with like a little instrumental as well. It kind of, they really came out as like this is the story that I want, and the kind of the journey that I wanted to take people on musically and lyrically. And so, like you said, there's some songs which are very personal. There's some songs which are, and I've always thought that the personal and the political are sort of inextricably linked. And then, there was kind of just one song in the middle of the album, which came about during the album sessions. I mean, like I said, I had this body of songs, but there was always something, and there was going to be another song in there. And I just thought, I just need something a bit different for the center of the album. And then, that's a song called Draw. And that was kind of ended up becoming sort of a bit of the centerpiece of the album. And that was kind of written sort of, I guess, during the album recording sessions. So I wouldn't say there's necessarily a central theme, but like it was very clear to me the in terms of the song selection, even actually the order of the album came together really quite quickly. It wasn't a case that we knew when we were recording it where each song was going to be as well, which is handy, I guess, if you have that in your.
It's nice. It feels like it's meant to be when you're kind of, do you ever get that kind of, this is almost too easy. We must be doing something wrong. It's almost too easy.
Yeah, I mean, for me especially, like I have a tendency to overthink things, but also at the same time, kind of, I guess in direct contrast of that, I definitely have learned to trust my gut, and if something feels right, just go with it and don't try and question it too much. And I think, yeah,
fantastic. I love that. I think some artists might be, certainly some artists I know I've worked with, the idea of having 21 songs and only putting 10 on the album or something is like, what did you do with the other 11? It's like, well, they weren't good enough. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What? Wait, surely you record everything, don't you? It's like, that's challenge in itself, isn't it? To kind of, what's that phrase they use? Kill your darlings. So, this isn't one that's going to make it. Must be a bit challenging sometimes.
Yeah, I think, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's necessarily an idea that I didn't think that they were good enough. I think it was just that those songs made the collection that I wanted them to. And at this moment in time, I mean, there are some. Don't get me wrong. There are some that weren't good enough. There are some that never even made it to demo stage. There are hundreds that are complete rubbish. Like, ideas not even worth really exploring. Bad ideas. But I've always been, I think you have to go through. That's all part of the process,
Yeah.
And
back to that as well. I mean, I think bands like Coldplay, Radiohead, even going back as far as the Beatles, you can hear some, especially if you go through that. What they call the anthology stuff. You hear ideas that were generated in sessions, and those that were kind of, that's not going to work, and then they reappear in some other form.
Absolutely, yeah.
Another riff lands up on another track.
Yeah,
kind of
later on. So nothing's thrown away, really.
No, I found it fascinating. I'm a huge fan of Tom Petty. It's kind of, I grew up with his music, and as I say, he's one of my favorite songwriters. And when they put the Wildflowers and all the rest, kind of big anthology edition of Wildflowers out, it's really interesting that they included the demos, and some lines of lyric ended up in different songs. And that definitely happens to me. Like you might come up with an idea and you might think, oh, that's not really great, but you might just have even just one line, and then that ends up in a different song. And I find it fascinating. I think being doing anything creative, I think you're a bit like a magpie. You kind of take bits, and that could be things that you see sort of externally in terms of from books or films or paintings and things, and you take bits, but it can be from your own work as well. You take little chord progressions or whatever, or riffs or lyrics and melodies, and
it's the bits that make you, isn't it? It's kind of
100%.
Fantastic. You're out on tour at the moment, are you not?
Yeah, well, it's a kind of it's a collection of dates really, which all kind of fall within a period, which I guess you can call a tour. But I'm as you can see, I'm home now.
I was going to say, when you come home every night, it feels weird calling it a tour when you come home every night.
Yeah. I mean, I'm only going. I think the maximum away is like two nights or something like that. Sort of, it's generally sort of like 2 or 3 gigs, then home for a day, then another 2 or 3 gigs, and then home for a couple of days and stuff like that. So, but yeah, in terms of this like little run of dates, I started on Friday night. So on Friday night, I was up in North Wales, and then in Cheshire the night after that, and then I was at the Ballstock Festival which is Hertfordshire's biggest free music festival, yesterday. So, and then and then sort of a bit of everywhere in Bishop Stortford tomorrow night, supporting Luke Concannon from Nisloppy.
Yes. My sister had a house party with Luke about 5 years ago. You've probably done some. Have you done house gigs?
I have, yeah. They're great fun. I've only done a couple, I think, but they're brilliant. Yeah. I'd like to do more, in fact.
Yeah, we got Luke, another Luke, obviously. It's the night of Luke's. Came and did a show at my sister's place up in Warwick. So that was great fun. So
amazing.
I've met Luke. He's lived overnight in my sister's house.
Oh, there you go.
Can we check out another track from the album?
I think that's
go for it, please do.
Good, thanks for stopping me. I could have talked all night. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm stopping you now, Mark, because I want to listen to another song. This is Vultures. Luke James Williams, tell us what you think. I think I've got this one right. Tell me. Is it playing?
Too many times we've been here, too many lives and too much fear. watch the vultures take it all. I know they're tearing strips off me, but I'm so scared that I can't see. With our own blood we pay our way, and we bleed until our dying day. But we can't stop moving forward till we fall, and watch the vultures take it all. Oh, my head's alive with the thought of what they're taking. We carry on to keep from breaking. I can see them circling overhead. What's done is done, and what's been said is said. We will arrive to the journey we are bound, but don't look up, don't look around, and don't look back. Just keep making ground. Too many times we've been here, too many lives and too much fear. But we can't stop moving forward till we fall, and watch the vultures take it all. No, we can't stop moving forward till we fall, and watch the vultures take it all. Oh, my head's alive with the thought of what they're taking. We carry on to keep from breaking.
Vultures, Luke James Williams, taken from the brand new debut album, Our Blood is Red. Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Go and get it. There,
stuff.
there. Go get the album. Go and like it,
Blood
download
is
it,
Red.
favorite it, all of it. Hey, people, go get it.
If people want to keep up to date with what you're up to, look, what's the best place? Where are you most active? How do you like to respond to people? Are you a newsletter, email, social media guy? Where are you at?
Probably the best place to head is my website, which is lukejameswilliams.co.uk. And then from there, you've got kind of my gig dates, links to my music, all my socials. So you can kind of choose the way in which you want to interact. I am on most platforms. Don't mind how people get in touch. It's always lovely to hear from people. I'm probably more of an email newsletter kind of guy, but however people want to interact is all good.
Fantastic. Good luck with the rest of the shows. Good luck
Thank
with
you very
the album. That's
Thank you.
That's out there forever now, isn't that? An
Yeah,
amazing
it's
thing?
nice.
It's there forever. People
Is it coming
can
out on
find you
vinyl?
whenever.
You know what? I would have loved to have put it out on vinyl, but I was worried about whether, in terms of, because obviously it's a big outlay, and I wasn't sure. I would like to. Let's put it that way.
My opinion is good enough to be on vinyl, no doubt about it.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I hope to. I hope to at some point, but it wasn't financially viable at the time. And as I say, kind of being away for 2 years and having not gigged or anything like that, it was just kind of like,
Yeah, gotcha.
it was a bit, yeah.
Quick question: who does your music videos?
Well, the three from the album have been different people. So that one was a guy called Fraser Ash, who is
Very
a friend of a
nice.
friend.
Love
yeah.
the animations. Great stuff.
Yeah, he did an
Some
amazing
stuff.
job on that. Yeah,
Yeah, really good.
yeah.
Awesome.
Good
Thanks,
stuff.
Luke.
Well, thank you so
Pleasure.
much, guys, for having me on.
Thanks, man.
Really appreciate your
Definitely.
support.
Oh,
Pleasure.
come visit South
Hopefully I
Africa.
will
We'd love to see you.
Oh, I would love that. I'd
Yeah,
love that.
definitely.
We'll travel together. We'll travel
Yeah.
together. Look.
Sure.
Sounds
Sounds good.
Hopefully catch up with you at a show somewhere. Not quite
That'd
sure
be
what
awesome.
my movements are for I think reasons I've mentioned to you at the moment.
Yeah, of
so
course.
I'll-
Yeah, we're thinking of you, mate. Yeah.
But thank you, man. Yeah, we'll catch up with you soon. Good luck with it. It sounds. I mean,
Thank you very
as I
much.
say, it's great to have had the chance to listen to that on those travels as well. So you've been accompanying me on the road for the
that's
last
nice.
couple of weeks. So, great stuff.
Good stuff.
Take care, Luke.
Keep well.
Cheers, guys. Take
Bye.
care. See you.
Love it. Great album. Whoops, we're a bit big there. Don't like to be that big. There we go. I feel like I'm in your face when I'm that big. Anyway, alrighty. Should we get on to our final guests?
Let's do it. They've been waiting for ages.
Plato, Shem. They've been really good. I can see them in the background.
Oh, they've been very
playing
patient.
guitar, chilling, hanging out. Like, oh God, are these guys ever going to get us on the show? Let's do it right now.
Hello.
There we go. Good evening.
Welcome to the show. You Barefoot Gypsies.
We are, yeah. Thanks
Hi,
for having
guys.
us.
It's a pleasure. So I think this may be our first visit to Ireland. Certainly our first visit to Cork. Are you in Cork?
We are in Cork, in Ireland. Yeah.
Fantastic. I think that's our first visit. We like to put a metaphorical pin in the map whenever we go to a new place in the world.
21 in.
Welcome, yeah.
Thank you very much. Good to have you on the show, guys. You messaged me with your new song a few weeks ago, and I thought, this is cool. We need to get you on the show. But nobody knows who you are. I don't even really know who you are. I've just heard your song, and we've communicated by a couple of emails. So tell us a bit about yourselves and who you are.
Cool. Well, we're Barefoot Gypsies, and we're an alt folk, indie folk band from Ireland. I'm Luke. This is Bobby, and I write the songs and do some guitar and vocals and some other instruments, and
I do backing vocals and we've been working with a bassist and a drummer recently. We just played our first gig with them last night as part of the launch of the single Be Free, so that was a really beautiful gig, and it's a bit of an evolving project, so
You guys look like you should be on a beach somewhere in South Africa, chilling.
I wish that'd be nice.
Is this a special prize for being on the show?
There's a sort of we spin a wheel at the end, and it's kind of wherever the needle lands. That's how it works. if only.
We'll get there one day, Mike. We'll get there one day.
We keep promising people. It's all about how often you come. Nobody knows that, but it's all about how often you come back. If you keep coming back with new stuff, then we're keeping a record.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're gonna.
That's your incentive to keep making new music. So how did it all come together? What was the genesis of it?
Well, I was writing songs for a good chunk of years now, and just really enjoying the writing process. But I also felt a real hunger for having a band vibe to it. And then me and Robin were seeing each other, and then Robin just has Bobby. Has
names, guys.
There's two names.
I know.
Bobby. Me and Bobby.
We've secretly let people know what your real name is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you guys on Discovrtv.
Forget that. It's Bobby.
Keep a secret. Bobby has a really amazing voice, and so we started singing together, playing around, and then gigging together, and we were traveling around gigging in Central America and the Canaries and stuff a bit last year.
Wow.
Was that this year?
That was
Jeez,
this
still
year.
this year,
It was
yeah.
this year, yeah.
At the moment, it's so hard to remember what year it is at the moment. It's really tough.
Oh, tell me about it. It's all a blur.
Yeah. So it's all just kind of like flowed from there. We just kind of started gigging, and we were working on more and more songs, and I've been kind of like continuing writing the whole time, and the whole Barefoot Gypsies thing is very new, because we were like going under my name for a while, Luke O'Rourke, and then it was like Luke O'Rourke featuring Bobby, but I wanted a name that would like be malleable, like so that people can come and go, and also to kind of reflect some of our values a little bit and stuff like that. And definitely I think one of the big things was I was thinking like who do I feel most at home with, or like what kind of vibes do I feel most like I'm expressing myself, and like that I'm free, and it's like that kind of like traveler gypsy kind of a culture, kind of vibe, very connected with nature, and so that's Barefoot Gypsies. That's how.
It's
That's how
kind
we
of
came
it's one of those names that you go like, why didn't somebody think of that name before?
Totally. Yeah. When Luke said it to me, because we were trying to think of a name for quite a while, and Luke has been trying to think of one for much longer, but since we've been working together trying to think of a name, and everything we kind of came up with, nothing felt right. And then one day he just said Barefoot Gypsies, and immediately it felt right. And I was thinking, how is this not a thing already? This is amazing. So it's
to do that check. Surely there must be hundreds.
No, I know. We thought so, and no, we were. It just felt so perfect, and it fit perfectly, and it's been really nice to have that direction as well of that being the kind of the base. That Barefoot Gypsies are now a thing, and having the artists coming in and being a part of it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful.
I was going to say, it feels like reading your little bio thing that you sent me. It sounds like it's not just a name either, is it? It's an ethos as well. This is who you are.
Yeah, it is. Like it's kind of like we definitely have beliefs that come out in the music, like about ways of living as well, and being more connected with nature, more community driven, and like also just like, I don't know, I hate that you get like kicked out of supermarkets for being barefoot, but it's it's good for your spine, and it's good for like, and thing like ways of living naturally are now mine are filthy.
Always barefoot,
But it's there's loads of ways about living natural that are now like considered uncivilized or like wrong or rude even, and so it's kind of like reclaiming that as well. And it's interesting you mentioned that as well, because like only just recently we've had a couple of people comment, because we've only kind of started putting out the name, and a couple of people saying like, oh, gypsy is a slur. In some it can be a slur for the Romani people and stuff like that, but it's like a different the word has many meanings, I think, and for us it's a lot more to do which also like the Romani people are travelers, and there's a lot of rich gypsy culture there, and it's beautiful culture, and we really love that. There's a lot of Irish gypsies as well, that have been very discriminated against, and there's a lot of really beautiful, I think, the mystical energy as well around the gypsy lifestyle is something that really intrigues us.
I think people can tell when you're coming at it with the right heart, when you're coming with the right, you're coming at this with love. It's not taking it for granted. It's like we know what we're encapsulating, and there's nothing.
And we know that there's a lot of we know there's a lot of bad stuff out there in the world as well, and a lot of people with like negative views and don't treat people right. But like, it's just not what we're about.
It's not at all to be insensitive to those things, but we really are. We're free spirited people, and we want to encourage that in other people also. It's beautiful to be free spirited and allow yourself to just live from that place. So any way that we can encourage that is definitely something that we want to do.
And to segue into that, ladies and gentlemen, the brand new single, Be Free. I had to do that.
Don't do what they tell you if what they tell you ain't no good. Say quit your job. If it don't serve to make you happy, move along. If people can't say where'd that be, telling you now, be free, be free, be free, be free, be free, be free. Oh, that of your work at 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. Pay the mortgage, then you're done. Nah, but no thank you, not my life. My kind of people speak their minds and still persist to be kind. Hitchhike, ride your bike, grab the bags, less dumpster dive, start the fire, dance wild, share some smiles, look inside each other's eyes and unwind from the little white lies that put you down just to advertise. Yeah, they advertise and advertise. Yeah, but we don't buy cause we're the rich of mind. Yeah, we're the rich of mind. Telling you now, be free, be free, be free, be free, be free, nobody else's. So don't you worry about what everybody else says.
Ha, love it. Be free. Barefoot Gypsies. I'd like listen to that again and again, and I'm going to give all Martins a...
Definitely deserves a bit of that. Definitely. Nice one. It's got
Guys.
such a good vibe.
what a
Such
vibe.
a good vibe.
You guys do need to come to South Africa because that's exactly the sound of this country.
The sound of South
Go
Africa.
and listen to an
Direct
artist by the
from
name of
Cork
Sean
and Ireland,
Koch.
The sound of South Africa.
Yeah, go and listen to an artist by the name of Sean Koch, Jeremy Loops. I think you'll really get it if you listen to Jeremy. This sound is huge in this country, literally massive.
Totally
And
happy to
I'm
come.
literally-
Yeah,
Martin,
yeah.
give me the details because I want to forward it to a friend of mine runs a lot of festivals, and we've got a lot of these like mountain forest festivals and everything that take place in South Africa, and I want to share your details with all those guys because you're the kind of guys that are going to go, that's the kind of band we need to come play at our festival because you just fit into that vibe so nicely. I love it. It's going onto my playlist. It's going onto my playlist right now.
Thank
Is
you.
it on Tidal? Because that was off Spotify. I need to check if you guys are on Tidal. Let me have a look now.
I think I checked it. I'm sure it is. I'm sure I checked it earlier.
Put it out through CD Baby, so I think it puts it out through Tidal
Yeah,
as well. So
it should go everywhere.
Got it. There we go.
Yeah.
Adding it, be free, adding to 2022 playlist. Thank you very much, Dan.
Tell us quickly about this project. I was trying to understand this project from the bio thing again. There's a mini documented hitchhiking tour wherever the wind takes us, requesting drivers to bring us anywhere fun.
Yeah. So basically, the idea is just we don't know what's gonna happen, but we're just gonna have a sign saying anywhere fun, and like we've both been hitchhiking a good bit around the world. I've been hitchhiking in a bunch of different continents now at this point, and never in Africa though.
Yes.
So yeah.
See, it's all telling you something. The journey's pointing you in a certain direction, and it's down south.
Yeah.
It's on the list for sure.
I had a lot of South African friends actually out. I was living in Vietnam for a while, and there was a lot of South African people there.
A lot. We actually had Discovrtv Vietnam for a while.
Okay, cool, nice, lovely. But yeah, the idea is that we just go with the flow, and we're going to bring the guitar with us, and just play some tunes in the car for the people who pick us up, and hopefully they bring us to some fun places, and we'll just go with it and flow with it for a couple of days.
Just
and
share our music that way and connect with people that way, and yeah, just exactly as it says, just wherever the wind takes us. Where we end up.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Good luck with that. Have some fun with that. Sounds great.
How can
When-
people find out more?
You did it.
Sorry. Always jump in. Sorry.
So Instagram, we're posting a bunch of stuff up there at the moment. It's barefoot.gypsies.official, and that's the same for our email address if you want to email us. If you have, we're collecting videos in case you guys are so welcome as well. We're collecting videos of people vibing to the song, and
cool.
it can be dancing, it can be doing art, it can be driving, it can be, as long as you're not holding your phone, it's safe. But
Not whilst driving, no.
yeah, no deaths whilst listening to our song, please. barefoot.gypsies.official@gmail.com if you want to send on stuff like that, or you can just contact us on Instagram as well.
Instagram is the best.
So you're looking for people to send you clips of them just vibing out to the track.
If you like the song, send us a video and we'll share it. And we'd love that. Or you can put it up yourself and tag us as well if you want. And whatever way we're collecting from around the
Go and
world.
check them out, guys. Go and check them out. Barefoot Gypsies.
Excellent.
Could have been from Cape Town. They look like they're from Cape Town. Definitely not going to Cape Town. All the way from Corkin Island.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, guys.
Great to meet you guys. Keep in touch. Let us know what you're up to. We'll keep in touch, and also I'll pass on your details to Julian so we can.
Yeah, please. So I can
see
share
what-
it
see-
around as well.
see what
You never
happens
know.
next.
I might see you in South Africa. Who knows?
Hopefully,
hopefully,
see
yeah.
you guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
good luck.
Cheers, bye. Absolutely brilliant.
A
I
night
love
of
it.
Luke's.
Okay.
A night of Luke's. We've had a night of Luke's as well.
Yes. Wow, what a track though. Just so refreshing. I was like I didn't know what to expect because obviously I hadn't had a chance to listen to it up until actually listening to it on the show.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I actually got a chance to listen to it. And I'm like, wow, what a great track. And it reminds me, and that's why I say, of so many great artists that we have out in South Africa that play a very similar genre and also very similar vibe, very much centered, very into nature, etc. The likes of Jeremy Loops, Sean Cock. I mean, still, Jeremy was the biggest balcony TV show I ever did.
Yeah.
Down south. I mean, for me in South Africa. So yeah, it's really cool, and I like it. I really, really do. I'm very excited.
Love it.
And on
That's
that
great.
note,
No, so you get excited when you get a track through, because I get submitted tracks quite regularly, and sometimes you put something on and it'll be a bit disappointing, and sometimes you put a track on like Barefoot Gypsies, and within about 5 seconds you're like, I'm listening to all of this. It's good. It's great.
and that's
Love
pretty much
it.
for
And
us.
what nice people too. I mean, come on, we keep saying that,
such-
right?
so
You know?
ground-
Don't we
down to
just
earth,
don't you
such
just meet
grounded.
the nicest people through music?
Yep, you do. Absolutely do. And that's it for tonight's show. We're done.
Good one.
I'm going to have dessert.
Great music, great people.
I need ice cream.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and have some soup. I think we'll have some soup. It feels like it's soup weather now.
Soup weather. Soup weather.
Weather for
Oh,
soup.
shabba-dabba.
Splendid. Well done. Thanks, man. Good to see you again.
Thanks, mate. Good to see you.
We'll not
We
do,
won't
we'll not
see you
do
next week because we're
no.
not going to do next week due to the Queen's
Yeah.
burial. What's it? Funeral.
Funeral
thing.
next
Yeah.
week. Official bank holiday in the UK. But I guess everything else will be switched off, so I can't imagine there'll be lots of people wanting to gather around YouTube to watch us banter on about stuff.
No,
Whatever
definitely
they're
not.
going on. I mean, it's a nice escape if you don't want it, but
Yeah.
we'll be back. We'll be back the week after.
Back the week after. Awesome,
Yeah,
Mike.
got fantastic
Yeah,
In the Forest coming back next time we're on. In the Forest, who we had on about a year ago with their debut single, or just about to release their debut album. So we'll be
Awesome.
talking to them
Yeah,
in
I've
a
got
couple of
loads
weeks'
as
time.
well. So I've got 2 artists signed up for the next one. So yeah, let's do it. We'll see you next week, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.